Well, thank you so much, George. And I mean, it's hard to believe we're coming to a close so soon. And I just wanted to take us back a little bit. You know, 4 years ago, we launched this School Meals Coalition at the Food Systems Summit, 4 years ago. 2 years ago, we gathered in Paris at the first summit to plan for the future. And this summit, we took stock of what has been done. And I just simply want to say, wow. So much has been done in such a short period. 80 million more children reached with school meals. Let's just pause to appreciate and celebrate that. Honestly, a round of applause for all of you. You know, it's been a tough year this year. I think that's fair to say. Multilateralism and solidarity have really been put to a test, threatened even. And at least from my perspective, good news has been a bit hard to come by. And here we have good news. We can and we should be very, very proud of what we are accomplishing together. Thank you. I want to take this moment to thank the coalition co-chairs, Finland, France, and Brazil, for your tremendous leadership and for walking the talk in your own home countries and in your work around the world. Maybe we take a special moment to admire the National School Meals Program of Brazil. If there is an example of a best practice that we can all aspire to, I think it's very clear that Brazil is that example. We are all inspired by what you have been doing here. And of course, we have to thank Brazil for hosting us so beautifully, from the meeting rooms and the space to the school visit to the cultural event last night and the dancing. Really, all of it has been what we would always expect from Brazil and more. Thank you for hosting and sharing so generously with us. Now, I just want to close with an invitation to all of us, and that is that the work is not done, though we have much to celebrate. Let's double down. Let's double down on our efforts. Let's double down on our commitments. Let's double down on the relationships and networks that you've formed here or that you are continuing to build. 2 years from now, we want 150 million more children to be benefiting from nutritious school meals. And that's the task that we need to take out of this room, and it's the task that we need to reach if we're to achieve our vision that all children everywhere benefit from nutritious school meals. At the World Food Program, we're your partner in this. We're committed to supporting you. We will continue to host the School Meals Coalition Secretariat. We will continue to support countries directly and indirectly. Together, we will achieve this vision and this goal. And again, thank you so much for your engagement and your support. Thank you.
Thank you again, Valerie. And now, I'd like to invite His Excellency Mr. Ville Tavio, Minister for Foreign Trade and Development of Finland, one of the co-chairs of the School Meals Coalition.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear delegates, the co-chairs have prepared an outcome statement summarizing the achievements of the summit. Let me highlight some of the outcomes. The summit provided an opportunity for more than 80 countries' delegations to meet and learn from each other. This has allowed us to nurture collaboration and mobilize commitments for the next 2 years. We were inspired by the 22 new member states and regional bodies, along with 46 partners who joined the coalition since 23 summit held in Paris. 30 governments have submitted new national commitments, and 49 governments shared voluntarily national reviews ahead of the summit. We witnessed the launch of the latest edition of State of the School Feeding Worldwide report and the School Meals Coalition Global Database. We celebrated that 80 million additional children are now receiving meals in schools, and most of them in low-income countries. Further adding to our collective knowledge, the Research Consortium for School Health and Nutrition presented evidence on the growing recognition of school meals as an essential investment in human capital and future generations, and presented its 4th annual research statement to guide country investments. The Cities Feeding the Future initiative and the School Meals Coalition welcomed a new group of champion mayors committed to placing school meals at the heart of their political agenda. Following high demand for support and work with 13 countries, the Coalition's Sustainable Financing Initiative announced its intention to extend its support to countries from a focus on developing financing strategies to accompanying governments and to implement those plans. The civil society organization network presented a progress report and endorsed new joint commitments to strengthen inclusive government-led school meal programs. Additionally, we heard from critical voices across civil society with the launch of the School Meals in Our Words, Choosing Our Future, child-led research and call from indigenous people for culturally appropriate approaches to school meal programs. Moving forward, Finland continues to support Coalition and its Secretariat as a co-chair to supporting countries with their programs. We also want to continue to share our own expertise and provide technical assistance to others. Thank you all for your efforts to come here where we are today, and let us continue this path to nurture collaborations and continue to establish, improve and scale up school meal programs. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. And I will now invite the Minister Delegate for the Francophonie and International Partnerships from the French Republic, Mr. Thani Mohamed-Soilihi. This time, it's his final word.
Promise, it's my last intervention of the day, and I won't be long. Mesdames et messieurs, chers amis, je me réjouis que cette deuxième réunion mondiale ait permis de nombreux...
I'm very, very happy that this second moment have allowed a lot of progress. 4 years after the creation, we could see that this was a multi-sectorial initiative, one of the most fruitful that we have seen the last few years. With 45 governments in 2021, now we are 110, and we managed to mobilize ourselves to a common goal, guarantee that every child has a healthy and nutritious meal at school up to 2030. More than 140 partner organizations has also joined us to help our governments to respect their national commitments. France was very honored to have this first moment in 2023 in the first coalition, and we're very happy to see the path that we have taken so far. I want to thank you warmly, both co-presidents of Brazil and Finland, as my co-chairs for this World School Meals Coalition program. When we see the commitments and quality in our partnership, I want to express again my friendship with Brazil, this wonderful, fantastic city of Fortaleza. And these 2 days allow us, and there are a lot of partners here, that they can model and restore these school meals at the global scale. We have 4 goals: mobilize, towards the common goals. We speak about the progress that was advanced since the last summit. We speak about the partnerships in these networks and prepare for the future. So during the sessions, we had the opportunity to present the progress, share good practices, explore new possibilities of sustainable knowledge and learn from each other and with each other. On behalf of our presidents, I want to thank our partner organizations that support our country and many others. We are 157 organizations that partner with us, and we count on your support to carry on advancing. Thank you very much once again for putting in practice what we have seen here and for also sharing with us your experiences and your knowledge. For us, this is incredible. It is a source of inspiration for us at the international context. Even though we are living difficult days where multilateralism are fragile, but through this meeting, we have something indispensable that can be used to build a better future. France will always be engaged and committed, and will co-chair in the next couple of years and support the different secretariats that are related to this coalition. And in a few months, we hope that we carry on working with school meals as a priority. Let's defend our transformation role, always supporting this coalition and guaranteeing that every child has a nutritious and healthy meal up to 2030. And my last words for you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you forever. Thank you for your contributions.
Now you can understand the way we organized it. So France hosted us in 2023, and now we will wrap up with Brazil, that is hosting us now. And I'm going to invite Her Excellency Fernanda Pacobahyba, President of the National Fund for Educational Development, FNDE of Brazil, to close this event.
Muito obrigada a todas e todos. Uma boa tarde mais
Gentlemen,
uma
good
vez.
afternoon once again.
Senhoras e senhores,
Ladies and gentlemen,
o Brasil, como
Brazil,
anfitrião da
as the
cúpula,
host of
encerra
this
essa
summit,
sessão.
is
Trata-se de
now
uma
the honor to
oportunidade
finish
para
this
reiterar
session,
o
the opportunity
chamado
to
à ação
reiterate
de todos
the call of
nós,
action of all of us,
incentivando-nos a
encouraging
divulgar os
us
avanços
to promote the
alcançados
advances
quando retornarem às
when
suas
we go
cidades,
back
às
to
suas
our
capitais,
cities,
em
to
suas
our states,
respectivas
to
áreas
your
de
capital
influência.
towns in your
É também
own
convite
influence
para
areas.
que os
Also an
países
invitation so that the
aprofundem seu
countries
engajamento
deepen
na
their
conversa
engagement
global
in the
e na
global talks
implementação
and the
nacional
national
dos programas de
implementation
alimentação
of
escolar.
the school meal programs.
Estou tomada por
I have been
sentimento de
taken
esperança,
of a hope,
orgulho e
proud,
profundo senso de
and
propósito
a
coletivo.
strong feeling
Nos
of
últimos 2 dias,
collective
Fortaleza
proposal.
se tornou
The
o
city
coração
of Fortaleza has
pulsante
become
do
in the
movimento
heart
global,
of a global
movimento que
movement,
está
a
transformando a
movement
vida
that's
de
changing the
crianças,
lives
famílias
of
e
children,
comunidades por
families,
meio de
and
ato
communities
simples,
through a
porém
simple
poderoso.
action, but very powerful
Oferecer
one,
refeições
to offer and
nutritivas
provide
nas
nutritious
escolas.
meals at the
Ouvimos
schools.
ministros,
We heard here
prefeitos,
ministers, mayors,
pesquisadores,
researchers,
jovens e
young
representantes da
folks, and
sociedade
representatives
civil.
from our civil
Vimos as
societies.
evidências,
We've seen the
compartilhamos
evidence. We
histórias
shared
e celebramos os
stories and we
avanços. E
celebrated
que
our
jornada linda tem
progress.
sido
And what a
essa.
beautiful
Desde
journey
o
this has
lançamento da
been.
coalizão em
From the
2021,
launch of the coalition in
testemunhamos uma
2021,
verdadeira
we
mudança
witnessed
de
a
paradigma
real
na
change,
vontade
shift in
política
paradigm in
e
the
na ação
political
dos
will
países.
and in the country's
Hoje,
actions.
110
Today,
países,
110 countries,
representando
ladies and
mais de
gentlemen, representing more
65% da população
than
mundial,
65%
já
of the world
aderiram a
population
esse
have
movimento.
already adhered to this
Juntos,
movement.
estamos
Together,
alcançando
we are reaching
466
460
milhões de
million
crianças
children
com os países de baixa
with
renda,
low-income
aumentando
countries,
seus investimentos
increasing their
domésticos
domestic
em 30%.
investments in
Só na África,
30%. Only in
87
Africa,
milhões de crianças
87
agora
million
se
children
beneficiam da
are now
alimentação
benefiting
escolar.
from school meals, 20 million extra since the last report. This is not only progress, this is transformation. We've seen how school meals is no longer seen as a periphery intervention to becoming a central pillar of the national strategies for development. They actually foster progress in education, nutrition, health, agriculture, and social protection. They strengthen local economies. They empower women. They protect biodiversity, and they contribute towards climate action. They are building more equanimous, equitable, resilient, and sustainable societies. Also, we actually know that we are really far from finishing our work. Millions of children, unfortunately, still go hungry to school, or even actually go to school to attend it. For many of them, the school meals is the only nutritional meals that they have it during the day. This is a moral matter. Answering this question is what making us human. It's also a strategic investment in our future as a community collective. That's why here in Fortaleza we renew our commitments that we all work to reach at least more 150 million children up to 2030. In order to do so, we have launched new initiatives, we strengthen in partnerships, and we share innovative financing strategies. We highlighted the power of municipalities as well as the importance of the regional networks and self-cooperation. We have connected our work to the global agenda from the Global Alliance Against Hunger and Poverty until the next COP30. The success of this coalition does not rely only on declarations or statements. It depends on each and every one of us, of our leadership, of our advocacy, of our action. Therefore, please allow me to highlight what's coming next for our coalition while we build on the success of the summit and open roads for the coming years. Initially, the countries need support to carry on increasing their investment. That's why the coalition will renew its commitment towards peer learning research, defending better funding, more innovative, increasing investments. In 2026, the co-chairs of the coalition and secretariats will work with strategic partners to strengthen the approach on technical assistance for those countries that have solid commitments and need support. It is foreseen for November 26 the holding of GCNF now in Zambia. You all invited. We reiterate here the invitation. We're going to carry on positioning the coalition and school meals in the main agendas of regional and global policies, including the African Union, G7, G20, the United Nations General Assembly, and the United Nations Climate Negotiation COP31 2026. Last, I would like to announce that the next Task Force Ministerial meeting is going to be in 2026, and the next summit is going to be organized in 2027. We thank you very much. The manifest of interest of Ethiopia and other countries to host the next summit, and the Secretariat will support the co-chairs in the coalition for the decision-making process. Definitely, the city of Fortaleza was a good environment for this one, and the next one will have the challenge to even making it better than we have held here. On behalf of Brazilian government, we extend our most sincere thank you and gratitude to the WFP that works as a secretariat of this coalition and being a tireless partner for the organization of this event. Leadership, devotion, expertise were key for us to be gathered here in Brazil, reaffirm its commitment to carry on work in this partnership. We acknowledge the leadership of our co-chairs, France and Finland, whose commitment with this cause carries on inspiring and guiding us. To all the member states partners organizations, regional organization bodies, cities, youth representatives, and civil society stakeholders who were joined here by us in Fortaleza. Thank you very much. Thank you. A hand of applause to all the members, all the participants. Your presence here, your voices here, your actions here make this coalition really strong. Last, our children, the reason for us to be here. We like to tell you, we see you, we hear you, we work for you. Let us leave this summit not with a finished feeling, but next to new journeys. Let's advance with renewed energy together for a common goal and determined to put together a future in which every single will have a healthy, nutritious meal every single day, everywhere in the planet. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now closing this summit. I invite you to take this ahead when you go back to your communities, your cities, your organizations. Share this. The good news. The world needs good news. Definitely good vibes. Good vibes for all of us. Good energy. We find it very easy to disseminate lies, fake news, bad things, but I am 100% sure that inside us there is a seed of good, and it is important to speak about what we have experienced here, so that this summit will actually bring more engagement, bring more partnerships, be stronger in their actions. Let's make school meals not only a policy, but let's make it a promise that every child, anywhere and everywhere in the world, will be nourished, supported, and will have the opportunity to develop themselves and flourish. The invitation is already made. Tomorrow we're going to have some field visits. We're going to be visiting 3 different schools. Those of you who have the opportunity to be with us, will be an honor to be with you. We, from Brazil, we closed this summit. We did our best. I hope it was very pleasant to you all. We're very happy for having had you here without any issues whatsoever, any incidents, so that you can take this Brazilian soul with you, our creativity, our dance, our culture, and this extraordinary example that Brazil gives to the world regarding school meals. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.